Nokia didn't just introduce a blast from the past, it also had three brand new, well, almost three brand new Nokia Android devices. Now you might remember, Nokia did attempt the Android game a few years ago, the Nokia X. You might remember that bad boy. But this time, Nokia's taking a completely different tact. You'll see it using its most premium hardware, pairing it with a pretty much blank slate Android 7.1 Nougat experience. First up, you have the Nokia 6, and I've got that in my hand right here. This is a beautiful phone. I got the tasty copper finish. This is already my personal favorite. You have a 5.5-inch full HD display. And again, like I said, this is like a very blank slate of an Android device. If I swipe up from the screen here, all these icons you're seeing are identical to what you see on Pixel. That's not to say it doesn't have any Nokia flavor in the software itself. There's some beautiful Nokia wallpapers, and most importantly, there's a Nokia ringtone. Going back to this hardware, you can just tell that they've put a bit of money into designing it. It's one hewn block of metal. There's beautifully shimmery machined edges to everything, and a gentle curve to the Gorilla Glass front. On the back you have a 30-megapixel camera. On the front you have a wide-angle 8-megapixel. It's a middle-of-the-range spec sheet, but that's tied with hardware at a very tidy price point. This one will be retailing for €230, and that's just the start. They get cheaper. Next up, wearing a subdued silver number, we have the Nokia 5, and I've got to say I love these simplified smartphone names. This one comes down to a 5.2-inch display, but you still have a fingerprint sensor, which you got on the flagship 6 series, built into the home button here as well. The hardware, again, we got a full 13-megapixel camera on the back and more delightfully simple Android. Yes, I might be laboring the point a little bit, but that's important to know. Nokia is pairing some premium hardware with a very blank Android canvas, and that's their mantra about getting these phones to sell at market. You'll be getting beautiful, classy Scandinavian design when it comes to the hardware, and the Google you want, the Android, that's the latest version, the most secure version, and all three models of these phones will be using Google Assistant as well, baked in. The Nokia 3 is the smallest, humblest of Nokia's new Android collection, but it's not all that small. It's still got a 5-inch screen, there's still 4G LTE, and it rings in at a pretty sweet €139. You still get that premium Nokia design, and this one in particular reminds me of the Lumia series. It's got a gentle matte finish, but you still have a beautiful aluminium chassis surrounding it all. Now, this is Nokia's second attempt at Android phones, and it's a bit more exciting and a bit more confident than last time. Is there enough here to wow consumers tempted by Galaxy phones and iPhones? That's a tricky proposition, but these phones are priced at a different audience. There's people that are looking for premium hardware and a phone that does Android well, and these might deliver on those promises. All three phones will be launching Q2 later this year. For our full rundown of MWC 2017, check Engadget.com.